Y'all already know that if I'm sitting right here, you should already know the kind of week that I had, but that's okay. I'm gonna give you a moment. I'm gonna let you go get your snacks, your drinks, go to your secret YouTube hidey hole, and let's just get into it, okay? This week has been so bad in ways that I cannot even begin to explain, right? And it's like, the beginning half of this vlog, everything was literally fine. Everything was fine, everything was going great. And then it's like literally yesterday and today, so Thursday and Friday, everything literally just started to hit the fan. So let's get into it. I'm gonna try not to scream. I don't know if I'll be able to do that, but I'm gonna try. So I posted a video about why I love being a nurse on my TikTok and also on my Instagram reels. This situation that happened made me realize why I don't like to post on my Instagram reels, because the Instagram reel grandmas, grandpas, uncles, just like people that are way older than me, like 60, 70 years old, commenting their little think pieces all over my stuff. Babe, we weren't talking to you. I was more so talking to people that are around my age range, i.e. those that are thinking about going into nursing school, people that are currently in nursing school, about to graduate, those people. So let's just get into the entire lore and then we can get into the drama. So when I first got into nursing, so this is like 2021-ish, one of the first things I heard is, number one, all the mean girls go to nursing school. Is that true? Perhaps. From my experience, did I feel like there were a lot of mean girls at my nursing school in my cohort? Not many, but there were some that I felt like were so evil and so vile and so nasty, and like the way that they would talk to me, or the way that they would talk to other people that were presumably their friends but actually weren't, was horrible and evil and vile. Okay, and I'm not gonna make assumptions and like make really huge blanket statements like, oh, all cardiac nurses are mean. That's a current trend on TikTok, that all cardiac nurses are mean, and oh, find me one CVICU nurse that's nice. I'm sure there are some really, really, really nice ones, and if I really went searching, I could probably find one. So yes, you could say all mean girls go to nursing school. I personally wouldn't say that, but I have had some very bad experiences. But there are mean people in every job field, so whatever. I don't feel like it's just nurses, right? So anyway, I made a video talking about the fact that I love being a nurse. Apparently, it is a sin to be a healthcare worker and enjoy your job. I didn't know that. All I see literally all over TikTok is nurses talking about how much they hate their job, they hate their life, they don't make enough money, they're missing out on important events with their family, and blah, 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 blah. I said, and I'm gonna just give you my whole little spiel. Okay. Outside of like what I do as a nurse, what I do as a labor and delivery nurse, and we can get into that in another part of the video, what I like the work-life balance that I have as a labor and delivery nurse, as a nurse period, but specifically since I'm L&D, as an L&D nurse. Number one, we do self-scheduling. So it goes by like your RN hire date from like when you started on the unit, and there's group A, B, C, D, and then I think E is for the people that like work Baylor, or like people that are CRT, like specialty nurses, right? So I'm in group D because the people that are in group A are people that have been here literally since I was in the first grade. So of course, like I'm not even close to having any kind of seniority that they have. So anyway, I'm in group D, so I'm like literally one of the last people to put in my schedule, but I don't mind because I still get to pick the days that I want. I literally take a little pencil on the calendar and I pencil in all the days that I want to work, and guess what? Whatever day I put, that's the day that I'm gonna get. Or if if I'm trying to like schedule like off like a block of days off without using PTO, and I'm scheduling myself for multiple weekends, my team leaders will come to me and be like, Jay, like you schedule yourself for 2 weekends in a row, like you don't have to work that, like we can do something. I'm like, no, like it's cool. Like they care and they want to give you the schedule that you want, and that's important to me, right? So self-scheduling is nice. And then also like of course I have like responsibility as a nurse, but like once I work my 312, so that's 7P to 7A, 7P to 7A, 7P to 7A, after that I just go home. Or just literally after any 12-hour night shift, I can just come home, I can relax, I can empty out all of my brain, because I do my best to not take work home with me. I try not to think about work when I'm at home, because like this is my safe space. Like I'm not bringing work home with me. I'm not talking about work at home. I'm not doing any of that. Right? When I'm at home, this is time for me to spend with my husband, with my family, with my dogs, relax, and not be Nurse J. Like when I step out of that hospital, I'm no longer Nurse J. Now I understand that like technically you're always a nurse and like you always have to protect your license. Fair, true. But when I'm at home, like I'm not thinking about work, I'm not thinking about the patients, I'm not thinking about the doctors, the residents, the nurses, I'm not thinking about any of that, right? I'm just myself. And I like that I have the freedom to clock out and then just go home, and I have 4 days off every single week. I have 4 days off to just go home and just be myself and relax and spend that week the way that I wanted to. That's the second thing. The third thing that I said that I guess made a lot of people mad is that our hospital used to do something called incentive pay back when we weren't like super staffed and like we needed some nurses to like come in and, you know, pick up the slack. So let's just throw out some numbers, and let's say you make $30 an hour and you work on a unit. Let's say you make $30 an hour, and so for incentive pay you have to work your 3 scheduled shifts that week, and then if you pick up an extra, that's when the incentive kicks in. So you work your 3 days, whatever, and on the day of your incentive, you're making your $30 an hour plus time and a half, so 30 plus 15, because 15 is half of 30, plus an extra $40 on top of that regular time and a half. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. I was never somebody that did incentive just because like by the time I got off of orientation, they were starting to take it away. So, and I'm just somebody like I'm gonna work my 312s and I'm gonna go. Like I'm not gonna pick up an extra shift. But if you're somebody that's like, oh, like I'm planning for a trip, or you know, Christmas is coming up, like we getting some extra funds in for Christmas, family holidays, birthday trips, just regular I'm going out of town trips, like that is amazing. Like you're making so much money on top of your base rate just for doing the same job that you always do. And I just think that's amazing for people that are just like, you know, trying to get it in. You know what I mean? So I said that was amazing. Apparently people did not like that because they were like, oh, well, you're just in nursing for the money. I want that silence to have been deafening to you just then. Because ask any nurse if they think they make enough money. Ask them. Anybody that goes into nursing is not, I'm not going to use a blanket statement. Most people that go into nursing are not going into nursing for the money. Okay? It's not nearly as much as y'all think it is. And you can say, like, I live in Alabama, so of course we're on like the lower side, but our cost of living is also lower. Now you go up to California where they're making like $80 an hour, you also have to consider that it's California and their price of living is sky high. In my opinion, nurses don't make enough. And that's a whole legislative conversation that's literally happening right now. Nurses do not make enough money to put their life and their license on the line in the way that they do. Like, most of America goes to work and you're not making life or death decisions. But me, a little 24-year-old princess, is going into work making life or death decisions with the rest of this healthcare team. That is insanity. Please understand that. That is insanity. The number is not enough. The number is not enough. Now, do I live a very comfortable life because of my job as a nurse and because of my husband's job as a personal trainer and social media? Yeah, absolutely I do. But will I continue to advocate for people that are like, this is not enough? This is not enough to be sustainable? Absolutely. I'm right behind you with a pitchfork and a picket sign. I'm ready for you. But it's like people saying like, oh, like you're just going into nursing for the money and you only care about the check. Okay, when you go to work, are you going to work because you're passionate, only because you're passionate about what you do, or do you have bills that need to be paid? Like, just imagine if you go into work, you work your 2 weeks, whatever, if you get paid bi-weekly, whatever, and then at the end of the 2 weeks, you look for your direct deposit, and it's not there, and your boss is like, oh, well, I thought you just did this job because like you're passionate about it, and like you love, you know, inputting these numbers, and you love like making these calls, and yes, I do love that, but I'm here because I deserve to be paid for the work that I have done. What? Like that? I don't understand people that say that. I don't understand people that say that like, oh, you're just in nursing for the money. No, I'm not just in it for the money. The money is there because this is a job. The money is there because I have a degree. I'm not just in it thinking like, looking at my patients thinking of them like a check. No, absolutely not. I love my job and I love what I do and I love my patients and I love the hospital that I work at and my management team is so stellar, but it's like, you have to understand that people are going to work to make money so that they can have a livelihood. So I feel like that argument is just really stupid. On top of the fact that nurses aren't out here bankrolling at all. And also, like, people were saying, well, you only like being a nurse because you don't have any kids. I'm gonna try not to get so upset right now, and I'm gonna try not to get super emotional either. Do not ever say that to somebody. Do not ever, 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 ever say that somebody enjoys their job because they don't have any kids. Because you don't know what my journey has been to have kids, or the lack thereof. Like, you don't know, like, what if I was somebody that was trying to have kids, trying, and I just keep having miscarriage after miscarriage after miscarriage, and then you comment under my TikTok and say, oh, well, you don't have any kids, so you don't know what it's like to be a hardworking nurse. Don't ever comment on whether somebody's pregnant. I don't care if they have a belly that is big and about to pop and out of this world and you went to their baby shower last weekend. I don't care. Don't ever comment about whether or not a woman has a child, because you don't know if she's struggling, how hard she struggled, or whether or not she struggled at all. Like, that is a topic that I'm just so sensitive on. Especially since my husband and I haven't really decided if we're going to build a family or not. So you're trying to make it seem like I'm an inadequate nurse just because I don't have kids, and that's not fair. Not only is it not fair, it's also incorrect, right? Me having kids has nothing to do with my clinical skills or my emotional intelligence as a nurse. Now, do I feel like working a 12-hour night shift and then coming home and have to be mommy is hard? Absolutely. Absolutely, that's hard. But that doesn't mean that I get off my 12-hour night shift and then I don't struggle with things at home, or I don't struggle with things in my personal life. Like, you don't know what somebody's going through. So just because I don't have kids doesn't mean that I'm not a good nurse. Just because I don't have kids doesn't mean that I'm not working as hard as my coworkers that do have kids. That has nothing to do with anything. And like, my coworkers that have kids, let me tell you something. They are so hardworking. They are so hardworking. They stay up all day with their kids, being the literal best moms ever. And they come to work, and I know they're so tired. I know they're so tired, and still they're giving it their absolute best. There were other comments that say, oh, she works L&D. That's the cushest job in the whole hospital. That statement is so triggering to me. You know what? Let me show you something. I'm going to show you this. I don't know if I've ever showed my YouTube this, but first time for everything, right? So, can you all see that pretty good? All right, so this is my baby bee jar. As you can see, there's some blue, some pink, and there's also some yellows, right? And you're probably thinking like, Jay, what is that? You say, crazy girl, what is that? So, the blue is for all the boy deliveries I've had, and there's a pretty good bit of stuff in there. Blue is for the boy deliveries I've had. Pink is for the girl deliveries that I've had, and yellow is for all the babies that I have had that have, don't cry, John. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Blue is for boys, pink is for girls, and then yellow is for all the babies that I've helped deliver that were born sleeping and that went to heaven. Those are my little angel babies, and I have 8 of them, and I love them all. And I remember I'm so sorry, I hate crying on camera, but like, I remember all of them. So, before you tell a labor and delivery nurse like, oh, your job is so easy, all you do is sit up there and play with babies all day. I wish that was always the situation, but it's not. It's not. Until you have been in the position where you have had a patient and their baby is born sleeping. And at my hospital, I'm so glad that we do this, and I'm so glad that we have funding for this. We have a room that we would take the babies to, and my preceptor, she's so amazing at this. She taught me how to like make impressions and bracelets, and we asked the patients like at the beginning of like their admission, like, do you have any spiritual, cultural, or religious beliefs that you want us to incorporate into your care? And if they told us that they're Christian or Jewish or Muslim or, you know, anything like that, and we end up having a baby that's born sleeping, we go ahead and get their book of faith, and we highlight, you know, different passages, and we put the baby's footprints inside of their book of faith, and we do molds for the baby, just so that the parents can like have it, or sometimes they're like little busts, and it's hard to have to do that. It's hard to see the babies like that. So until you have gone through something like that and then immediately have to turn the switch, and you all of a sudden have an induction or, you know, a triage that came up and is admitted, and you have to immediately change that from being like, wow, this was really hard and this is really heavy, to do a complete 360, be like, hey, like, I'm Jay, I'm gonna be your nurse today. Are we having a boy or a girl? Oh my gosh, like, is her nursery all set up? Like, did you make it to your baby shower? Like, all this. To immediately have to change that is so hard, and that requires so much emotional intelligence. It's so hard to even put that into words. So until you have held a baby that is born sleeping, a baby that is my little angel baby now and went to be with the Lord, do not ever look me in my face and say being a labor and delivery nurse is not hard. It is hard. It is hard. Because there are so many times where I want to grieve with my patients, but it's not my grief. It's not my grief, and it's not my time. I am there to support them through that. Also, please understand that everybody that comes to labor and delivery did not expect to be on labor and delivery. Number one. And I'm not really gonna go into that, but with all of the laws that have been passed concerning female reproduction, catch on to what I'm saying. Everybody that comes to labor and delivery did not expect to be a person, expect to be a patient on labor and delivery. Some patients are also patients not by their own choice. So before you just say that labor and delivery is so easy and blah, 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 please be considerate that everyone's labor and delivery story is not the same. And it's so important to protect those patients' peace and their privacy and everything else. And I really just need people to understand that labor and delivery is not just a cakewalk. It's not just a cakewalk. Like, we are making life or death decisions every single day in the best interest of our patient and their baby and their family and like what they want their life to look like. Like, it's really just hard to even explain. And so for people to come back at me and be like, oh, labor and delivery is so cush. It's times like that where I literally just have to look at my baby jar and just say, you know, okay. But also, like, I feel like, well, let me say this first. Number one, labor and delivery is not easy. Ask anybody. I want you to ask 100 women what their birth story is. And if they say, oh, like, I came in and I was just relaxing and the baby just fell out, that's wonderful. That's amazing. I want them to have healthy, happy birth memories. I always write that on the little board in the room, like, what's the goal for the day? Healthy, happy birth memories, bond with baby. That's what I always say. But that is not always true. Like, there are complications for labor. Labor is a crazy process that the human body is able to do, and I think it's so fascinating and it's so amazing. But like, everybody's birth story is not just a cakewalk. And somebody was also like, well, she works labor and delivery at night, so all of her patients are sleeping. Oh, babies aren't born at night? Oh man, so all 182 of these babies were born during the day? That's weird, because I don't work day shift. Yeah, I guess if a patient comes in at night and the baby's about to come out, I guess we just tell them to just keep their legs closed because babies aren't born at night. That's weird. That's weird. I didn't know babies knew how to tell time. It's weird. I was a night shift baby. I was literally born at 9:45 on a Monday. Like, babies are born at night. That's so stupid. And they're also like, well, labor and delivery isn't hard at all because all the patients are healthy. That was so crazy to me. That was so crazy to me. Because, okay, so you're saying that just because you're pregnant, that you no longer have blood pressure issues, endocrine issues, digestive issues, none of that. Just because you have a baby, that means that you have also never had any major surgeries. All of that goes away because you're pregnant. And so I guess being pregnant means that you immediately become healthy. No, wrong answer. Wrong answer. People, just because they're pregnant doesn't mean that they don't have previous comorbidities. They still have those. And sometimes those are worsened by pregnancy. So nope, that's incorrect. All the patients are not healthy. So that's also not true. And then there are other people like, well, I work med-surg and I worked med-surg for 40 years and I hate my life, so speak for yourself. I was. That's why I said these are the reasons that I love being a nurse. I was speaking for myself, actually. So sometimes we get our vowels mixed up and I's and U's, start sounding a little different, but I was speaking for myself, actually. And there were so many people that were in the comments and being so bitter, like, okay, well, speak for yourself because I hate my job. And, oh, you only have one patient and I have 17 patients and I haven't gotten a potty break in 12 hours. Okay, well, breaks are mandatory. So if you're not getting those, that is also not my fault. And if you feel like you hate your job, that is also not my fault. I love my job. I love my hospital. I love our management team. I love our team leaders. I love my coworkers. Literally my best friends in the whole wide world came from where? My job. Like, I love my job. I was an extern on that unit for almost 2 years and transitioned into the role of a nurse, and I love it. I love it. Now, is it perfect? No, of course not. No hospital unit is perfect, okay? This is not NCLEX hospital, okay? There's things that could be made better on every unit of every hospital in the entire world. But right now, if you ask me whether or not I'm happy, I'm going to say yes, I'm happy. Of course, there are things that, need to be tweaked here and there, and, but hospitals are heavily based on policy and like, I'm gonna let you do this, but we can't do that, and oh, we can't do this, and oh, we can't do that, and it's hard. It's hard being boxed in like that. But just because you are unhappy with your job, that does not make it my fault. Just because I'm a nurse and I don't have kids, that doesn't make me a bad nurse, or that doesn't mean that I don't work hard for my patients. That's not what that means. So it's just really frustrating to hear people say that, and just to hear people just like try to belittle my nursing experience. They're like, oh, well, you're fresh out of nursing school, honey. Wait until the real world hits you. I have seen things, and of course I will never go into it, but I have seen things that we have only talked about in nursing school on like the rare complication side. I've only been a nurse since January, and I have seen so much. So please don't think that whenever I'm at work, whenever my coworkers are at work, that we're just kicking our feet up, just relaxing. Like, no, like we're putting in really, really hard work in general. Because they're like, oh, well, you just play with babies all day. Okay, first of all, I don't work in Well Baby. And to further that point, the nurses in Well Baby aren't just playing with babies all day also. They're also putting in work, because think about it. As a Well Baby nurse, you're coming in with your empty cribs, labor and delivery, you're about to meet the baby and the mom and the family for the first time, and you literally have the responsibility, especially if this is a first time mom, first time she's ever been pregnant, first time she's ever had a baby, whatever the situation may be. I don't really know much about like Well Baby just because we're not like super cross-trained over there, but primarily it is your job, since the baby is your patient, to make sure that the parents know how to hold the baby, feed the baby, when to feed the baby, how to feed the baby, burping, showing them hunger cues, helping with breastfeeding, giving them information about all of the, state mandated immunizations, whether or not they want certain immunizations or not, doing footprints, showing how to swallow, talking about baths, talking about all the different signs and little complications that you may find in your 24, 48, 72 hour stay here in the hospital. They are literally giving you a crash course about how to care for a baby. Oh, but women's services is just la da da da, braiding each other's hair, playing with babies. No, like it's so real life on labor and delivery, and I feel like people just don't understand. They just want to belittle it because we primarily work with women. Incorrect. Labor and delivery is hard, and I will stand behind that forever. And so the people say, oh, labor and delivery isn't hard, it's a cakewalk, it's so cush. Okay, well then the NICU shouldn't exist because it's easy, right? It's just a delivery. They're just babies. Well, then why does the NICU exist? If everybody is healthy, remember you said that. You said everybody's healthy and, oh, we're just sleeping and we're just relaxing. And okay, well, what's the point of having a NICU if everybody's healthy? Oh, so I guess two things can't be true, huh? Okay. I don't know if I ever told y'all this, but the entire reason that I decided to become a labor and delivery nurse is because when my mom was 15, she got pregnant with me, and then her birthday's in July, mine's in November, so by the time she had me, she was 16. And my grandma was with her for like the majority of like the labor, delivery, whatever, but I think at one point, my grandma stepped out or something, and the nurses started to heavily mistreat my mom. And they would not like believe her pain and treat her pain just because they were like, okay, well, you're 16, so you shouldn't have been having sex anyway. So I just don't care that you're in pain. I don't care that you're hurting. Like, too bad, suffer. You should have been in this position anyway. And of course, my grandma came back to labor and delivery, and she acted a fool. She acted a clown. And my mom left with so many diapers and wipes and formulas and passies and everything. And now every day when I go to work, that is what I'm fighting for. I am fighting for no patient to ever feel like, for me to ever belittle a patient for being on labor and delivery. Because again, like I said before, you don't know what put that patient in the position to be in labor and delivery. Hopefully it's happy, and they've been trying to have a baby, they have a baby, and like, oh my gosh, it's so exciting. But please understand that one person's situation is not everybody else's situation. So, but yeah, like when I go to work, I'm there to do my best and give the patient my best and be nice. And I've had so many, oh my gosh, that makes me feel so good. I've had so many patients in my, what month is this? 8-9 months of being a nurse, like pull me aside and tell me that I'm such a good nurse, or say like, oh, you're the best nurse I've ever had. Like there was one point where I was doing like, I won't say what skill it was, but I was doing like a certain nursing skill that we do on labor and delivery. And I had just met this patient, and I was like, hey, like, I'm so sorry that I have to be the mean nurse. I also say that whenever I'm starting the IV, like especially if like another nurse wants me to start the IV, first thing I say, oh my gosh, I'm Jay, like I'm so sorry for having to be the mean nurse. This is my least favorite part of my job. Like I'm so sorry I had to stick you. But anyway, I was doing this certain nursing skill, and I did it, and I finished it, and the patient was like, you are the most gentle nurse I've ever met. My heart exploded out of my chest and blossomed into a million little baby flowers. I felt so good about that. And it just feels good because my patients usually say that I'm super gentle, very nice, very attentive, and like that's literally all I want. Like it's 12 hours for me to give you my absolute best, and that's what I do. And I feel like for the people that go to work and say like, oh, I hate my job and I'm miserable and I don't like my coworkers or my management team or my hospital or whatever. Number one, let's remember that's not my fault. Nobody begged you to work there. Number two, like nursing is the most, what I feel is one of the most flexible career paths on the planet. Right now, if I wanted to quit my job right now, which I'm not going to, if my friends are watching this, if I wanted to quit my job right now, I could work at any hospital. Any hospital. I could be a school nurse, I could be a flight nurse. You could literally be a nurse anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, you can pick a city, close your eyes, point to somewhere on the map, pick it, and you could be a nurse anywhere. As long as that license is current, babe, you could be a nurse anywhere. So it just makes me really frustrated. People are like, oh, you're just in it for the money, you're just in it for this, and you're just in it for that. No, I really hope that it comes across this way, but I have a passion for nursing. I love my life as a nurse. I love my job as a nurse. I love everything that I get to do as a nurse. Like being in labor and delivery, there's so much clinical skill that you have to learn at such a quick rate. And again, it takes a lot of emotional intelligence to be able to care for your patients on labor and delivery. So I see why labor and delivery is a specialty, and like had I not been an extern before, I think I would have been really afraid of working up there, because like they want you to know what you know when you know it. Like they be wanting stuff like this, and I feel like it's intimidating in the beginning, but then you kind of like ease into it. Like it makes you a better nurse. Like when I first got off orientation in April, I never wanted to do like surgical procedures. I would tell any of my friends, I don't want to go back there. I'm scared. Please come with me. Please come with me. Please come with me. Just be like my extra set of hands, please. Like I just need you there for emotional support. And my preceptor was straight up. She was like, no, go back there. Go back there. And like sometimes like we'll have buddies for certain surgical procedures, but she wouldn't. She'd be like, no, go back there by yourself. Go. Here's your chart. Here's your OR time sheet. Here's your baby bands and your numbers, and okay, go. I cannot tell you how grateful I am to her. And I'm about to start crying again. I could not be any more grateful for her for doing that, because when I was an extern and she was still like my preceptor when I was an extern, this is my best friend by the way, I would like always stand behind her like, hey, I'm with her, just a student. And then like even when I became a nurse, but I was on orientation, I'd be like, hey, she's the nurse to your nurse. She's amazing. I'm just here. Hello. But once I became like a nurse by myself on my own off orientation, she stepped from in front of me and she was like, no, you go and you do it. Now I feel, not that I'm like extremely proficient, but now I'm not scared to go back and do a surgical procedure. Now I'm not afraid, like, oh my gosh, like I literally don't know what to do, and I don't know what they want, and I don't know where these sutures are, and I don't know where any of the stuff is. I don't want to open stuff sterilely on the table. Like I don't want to do anything, because it's like literally when you're back there and you're in a surgical procedure, you have to immediately morph into an octopus, because there's so many things that you need. Number one, gotta make sure you're comforting your patient, keeping them updated, keeping them calm. Hey girl, you may feel a little bit of pulling, tugging, that's normal. If you start feeling some sharp pains, let me know. This is Mike, I don't even know Mike, but this is Mike. He's from anesthesia. He's gonna keep you real comfortable, okay? Like through the procedure and also after. We got some pain meds on standby, so just know that we're gonna keep you comfortable throughout this entire process. Your family is here. I'm gonna go ahead and bring them in. They're gonna sit by your head and we're just gonna relax. Do you want us to play music? You can literally play whatever you want. Nothing is too raunchy, nothing's too crazy. Whatever's gonna keep you comfortable, that's what we're gonna do. Okay, now I've comforted the patient. Okay, the doctor's like, okay, can we get a timeout? Can we get a timeout or something? So I'm like, okay, this is patient so-and-so. We're doing so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. Everybody agree? Yes, perfect. Okay, so now I'm setting up my little bags for all the labs to go in there, because I have to weigh it for blood loss, and I'm filling out report sheets, and I'm filling out baby bands, and I'm calling the NICU team. I'm like, hey, like we need a NICU team and blah, blah, blah. So the NICU team is coming, and I was just like, oh, well, can I have some more of this? Oh, can I have some of that? And the script is like, oh, can I have like 25 more labs? Yeah, okay, surgically opening 25 more labs. Okay, the NICU's in, they want report. I'm still writing stuff down from my report, trying to make sure that I get the times for cut time, start time, anesthesia start time, rupture of membranes if that happened, baby head delivered, placenta delivered, what time the procedure started, what time the sutures what time the procedure, like what time they close everything up, the time that the surgeon walked in, the time the surgeon walked out, what time the surgeon put their gown on, what time they put the head on the bed. And I'm not kidding, this sounds like Jake, you're lying and you're just making this up. No, literally in labor delivery, you have to be an octopus. You have to be an octopus. So that's why the first time my preceptor ever sent me back there, I was like, are you out of your mind, sister girl? It's always been me and you for 2 years, and now all of a sudden you want me to do this by myself? You're crazy. But now I walk into the OR, I don't care what surgical procedure it is, octopus immediately. So it has definitely made me a better nurse. And she'll always ask me, she'll be like, Jay, do you need help? You walking kind of fast. What do you need? I'm like, nope. I got it. Literally, if I call out for help, I really, 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 really need help. But usually for the most part, I try to just do everything by myself, because if not, I will start to use my preceptor and my friends as crutches, and I don't want to do that. I want to be able to like stand on my own 2 feet as a nurse, because I feel like that's super important. But yeah, I love my job, and I love the hospital I work at and the management team, and I am sad that some nurses go to work and don't feel that way. Some nurses go to work and feel like they hate their job and the management team and the hospital and blah, 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 blah. I hate that you feel that way. I do, but nursing is too flexible to be in a space where you feel like you're not being appreciated, you feel like you're not being respected, or you just don't like the job. Like some of the nurses that we work with, like they just literally have to make a simple transition from going from days to nights. And it's like they become a whole new person. They become a whole new nurse, and it just works better for them and for their life. And maybe, you know, those are just some of the changes that you need to make, or maybe you just weren't meant to work med-surg for long term, and now like maybe it's your time to go into a specialty, or maybe you are not deriving as much pleasure and fulfillment and happiness from working with adults, and now you feel like you want to work with kids, and then you blossom into this whole new kind of nurse. Like I know if I worked med-surg, I don't think I would be the same happy, bubbly nurse that I am right now. Like I can tell you that with complete certainty, I would not be the same. I did not enjoy med-surg clinicals in nursing school at all. Labor and delivery was my absolute jam. It has been my absolute jam for I do not even know how long. It just depends. Nursing is so different. There's so many different specialties and branches, and you can literally be any kind of nurse anywhere in the world. You just have to be teachable. That's it. That's it, and that's all. But like people are commenting on my Instagram, like saying all these mean things about me, saying that I'm only in nursing for the money, or like I should come to ICU for a day and see what it's like having a patient that's intubated with no anesthesia. Like, I feel like a big problem in nursing is that we always want to go trauma for trauma. It's always like, oh, your job isn't hard, come work down here for one day. Your job isn't hard, come work down here for one day. Like, I'm sorry that you feel like your job is the hardest thing ever. I'm sorry. But that's not my fault. And they're like, oh, well, come work somewhere where it's understaffed. Our unit isn't always staffed. Guess why? Because people have lives, and some people have to call out for certain reasons, or some people get sick, or some people like go away and they come back. Like, we're not always staffed either. Just because it's labor and delivery doesn't mean that it's a mystical realm of rainbows and magic and sparkles and sprinkles and fairies. That's not what's happening. But whatever, like it's not my job to change people's perception on labor and delivery. It is, I feel like my only responsibility is just to keep being a good nurse to my patients, keep being a good friend, keep being a good coworker, keep being a good helping hand. That's all I can do. But I'm happy, and I feel like that's not a bad word in nursing. Like just because I'm happy on my unit with my patients and my coworkers and my management team, and I'm happy at the hospital I work at, that's not a bad word. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing. That's the whole point. So I'm not going to be ashamed for liking my job and being happy with where I'm at just because other people are unhappy. Other people's happiness is not my business. It's not my business. Unless you are my husband, or you know, you're a very close family, like your happiness has nothing to do with me, just like my happiness has absolutely nothing to do with you. Whether or not I like my job has nothing to do with you, and that should not affect you in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Unless you're my management team and you're like, whoa, Jay, what's going on? But yeah, that was just a really frustrating situation that I had to deal with. And the video is still up. So if you want to go on my Instagram and look at the video that I posted, there are some horrible comments from people that are being very mean, saying that I don't know what I'm talking about because I'm a labor and delivery nurse and my life is so easy. So if you only knew how many times I have sat in my car crying my literal eyes out in the parking lot because of how hard it was. But whatever, it made me a better nurse and I'm glad for it, and I have a really good team standing behind me. So it is what it is. So that's that situation that had me really upset. The new situation literally happened today. And today basically, okay, so stupid. Y'all know that Justin and I go on vacation a lot. So this month we were in LA and we were in Nashville for a good bit of this month. And y'all will see the Nashville vlog in this vlog. It's the same vlog. And so as a result of that, for the majority of this month, Jet and JoJo have been boarded. Now, before you get on my neck, like, oh my gosh, she boards her dog. If we even mention DAYCARE in this house, Let me tell you how Jet and JoJo, I don't care if they were slumbering, dead, sleep to the world. I don't care. If they hear that, they will immediately run and they will grab their leash and their harness and they will be waiting at your feet. Oh, they're ready to go. Oh, they're ready to go. And I feel like that's a really good indication that where we're taking them, they love, because number one, it's fun. Number two, the workers are treating them with love and with care and with kindness. And JoJo has been going there since he was one. He's almost 3. And Jet has been going there since he was 4 months old. So it's almost been 4 months that he's been going. And they love it. They love it. They love it. They love it. And their daycare facility is also their boarding facility. So like the dogs can go to daycare there and they can also like spend the night and then go to daycare all day. And it's just good because like they can literally play from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. They go in for lunch, they go in for dinner, they go in for breakfast, and they let them dogs run ragged all day long. And they have like agility courses and obstacle courses, and they have pools and they have tennis balls and like all this other fun stuff. And when we bring them home from DAYCARE, they are slumped. From the moment we close the car door in their parking lot, they're slumped and they love it. So anyway, they've been boarded for a good bit and you know, they love it and whatever. So we get an email today from our HOA, and where's my phone at? I'll read you the email. Where is my phone? Oh, here it is. Okay. I will read the email to you. And of course they haven't responded because I clocked their tea very well. Okay, it says, Jayana and Justin, our staff picked up over 20 pieces of pet waste behind your home yesterday. As an ongoing effort to keep our grounds clean, we have added a $100 fine to your account for this month. Please note, we will be finding any resident who continues to leave waste around after 2 warning notifications. Should you have any questions, please let us know. And they sent us an invoice for $100, and this was my response. Good afternoon. Our dogs have been boarded for the majority of the month due to us being on vacation, and since we got them back on Tuesday, they have both had diarrhea and only go in the front yard. TMI, but true. With that being said, if there's any poop in our backyard, it did not come from our dogs. There are 4 other dogs that live back here that do not belong to me and my husband. This is the second time that we have been blamed for leaving pet waste that does not belong to us. It is physically impossible for us to pick up dog waste when our dogs have not been with us. So unless you're going to charge the other neighbors for obviously not picking up after their animals, we will not be paying another pet fee, and we can schedule a meeting with my husband, myself, and the other dog owners in the neighborhood to make sure that we can come to a clear understanding and avoid any miscommunication. We will not be targeted for someone else's mistakes. Best, Jayana Thomas. Fuck with it. So, if you missed the episode where our neighbors were like coming and knocking on our door, and if I was messy and shady and nasty, I would go ahead and add that security camera footage up here where she was ringing on our door over and over and over and over and over again after I got off of a 12-hour night shift and she knew that. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So basically, since we've been gone, number one, you're saying you picked up 20 pieces of dog poop in our backyard. You know, that's crazy because not only are we in our backyard constantly, so we would have seen it and we would have picked it up. Number 2, do you really think, let me play this for you. Let me play this for you so that you can get a better understanding of why nobody is getting within 50 feet of our backyard or any entry point of our house without our dogs letting us know about it. So let me just show you a situation that happened today where somebody that isn't usually over here came over here, and let me just show you how that went. They got me so fucked up. Okay, here it is. I'm gonna turn it all the way up. Hold on. Let me play that again for you. Just so you know that there's no possible way anybody was anywhere near our house without our dog letting us know about it. Yeah. So no, you didn't come anywhere near our house. And we also keep our blinds open during the day, so they would have known and they would have alerted us about that. And furthermore, we would have saw you. So no, you didn't. You didn't actually. Also, I don't really understand how you were picking up dog poop, 20 pieces of dog poop to be exact, when our dogs, number 1, haven't even been here for the majority of the month. And then 2, they only go poop and pee in our front yard. And it's been diarrhea. So, yeah, I don't really know how that's even possible. But let me tell you probably what happened. Our neighbors are raging racist, and they are horrible people. And while we were gone, I'm sure, number one, I feel like whoever said they picked up 20 pieces of dog poop in front of our house or behind our house is incorrect. It was our neighbors. Because when I walked over there yesterday, because Jet and JoJo were like running through the backyard around to the front because for whatever reason they won't allow us to have fences. But anyway, they ran back to the front of our house. There was dog poop literally everywhere. Everywhere. And if you're a dog owner, you know your dog's poop from somebody else's dog poop. You just do. It's gross, whatever, but you know it. I know JoJo's dog poop from Jet's. I know Jet and JoJo's from anybody else's dog. You pick it up so often, like you just know. I think that something was said to them and they were like, oh no, like they just let their dogs just poop all over our yard and that's their dog poop. And I think that's what happened. Because when she came to ring on our door a few months ago, she said something about it. But I don't think that she realizes that her idiot husband is just letting the dog go out and just poop all over the place. But they are a broken home literally anyway. And not to like rag on them, but just like have some decorum. Like they be outside yelling and fussing and fighting, and the husband be telling the wife that she's not good for nothing and he can't ever take her nowhere and she's a piece of shit and all this other stuff. Like, I feel like she's doing this to us because she feels so out of control in her own home. And I do my best to try to like understand why people feel the way they feel, understand why people are the way they are. But like now you're infringing on me and my home and me feeling comfortable in my home because you want to argue about something as fucking idiotic as dog poop. Literally just pick it up. Just pick it up. And they have a small dog and the dog poop they're talking about is super small. We have 2 big dogs. Just not super big, but he pooped like he a Great Dane. Okay, and JoJo, his is big too. He's a bigger dog, like it's big. And again, I can tell my dog poops from somebody else's. So my thing is, unless you know without a shadow of a doubt that dog poop belongs to Jet and JoJo, I'm not paying a goddamn thing. Justin is not paying a goddamn thing. So we paid our rent today because it's like auto pay, whatever. But I went in, I took off the auto pay, and I only paid our rent, and I didn't pay that extra $100. Well, it comes out of both of our accounts, but we didn't pay that extra $100. It's gonna sit there because guess what? You're gonna take it off and you're gonna transfer it with your magical little wand to our neighbors whose dog poop it actually is. Now, if you can't already tell about me, I'm extremely confrontational. I will bang on your door and we will get to the bottom of this, because what you're not gonna do is go to these people and make it seem like we're not cleaning up after our dogs when that's all we do. That's all we do. Mind you, everybody in this neighborhood everybody in this neighborhood has a security camera. And what do you see on the security camera most often, especially on the nights that I don't work? Justin literally running across the neighborhood trying to get Jet and JoJo because they don't want to pee or poop in our backyard, in our front yard. They want to go to the dog park that's like in the neighborhood and they want to pee and poop over there. And it made me just so upset. It made me really upset. Because it's just like, I feel like our neighbors are really just trying to edge us out because number one, they are raging racist. Raging. And it's been confirmed. So this isn't even alleged. It's been confirmed. And they just don't want us here. And so they choose to fight with us about dog poop. I would be more than happy to provide a stool sample from both Jet and JoJo. Hell, myself, if you want it, to prove that dog poop is not ours. So unless the HOA can prove beyond a reasonable doubt that dog poop is ours, we will not be paying a $100 fee. And that $100 fee is going to stay until they take it off. Because we're not going to pay for somebody else's mistakes. We're not going to be targeted for somebody else's mistakes. You're just really going to have to figure it out. And then our dishwasher was broken, and instead of just coming to fix our dishwasher, they were like, okay, we'll prove it. No, the dishwasher has broken like 3 to 4 times since we've had it, and all of the appliances in this house are brand new. So you can come fix it, because as a part of getting people into this living community, you provided all these amazing appliances, which like are amazing when they fucking work. And so he was like, hey, still haven't heard back from you. Right, because I work night shift, so I'm sleeping during the day. So unfortunately, I'm not answering emails during the day when I'm sleeping. And they know I'm a nurse. They know I'm a nurse. And I'm not going to be like, oh my gosh, like they should know everything about me. They should know the days that I work. But like, if I haven't responded to you, it's probably because I'm sleeping. It's because I'm sleeping. So anyway, that was a really frustrating situation. So that's why Justin and I went to Best Buy today, and we went to go and buy like outdoor security cameras for our backyard, because we have them like on the sides and everything, but like not in the backyard, whatever. But I think we got the wrong ones, so we will be going back tomorrow and getting some new ones tomorrow. But yeah, that's just kind of been the kind of week that I've been having, and it's just been really frustrating. But I'm doing my best to kind of keep my head up through it all, but it can be just really hard. But in this week's vlog, to start it off kind of on a better note, we're going to Nashville. My brother and my sister are here. I'm trying to think, did I edit a video while they were here? Why can I literally not remember? My brother and my sister are here. This may be the first time that y'all are seeing them, but my brother and my sister are here. My brother and my sister are here. It has been just a really good week. It's been a really exciting week. I also got a new MacBook. I don't know if I showed y'all. Let me show you. I'm gonna be editing my video literally as soon as I finish this, but this is my SD card reader. But I got the new MacBook Air. It's the 2024. It's the 13-inch, and it's very nice. I had the MacBook Pro, but I ended up giving it to my sister because she had my 2017 MacBook Air, and it was literally on its last leg. And she was like, she would be doing papers and stuff for school, and it would just like literally cut off randomly. So I was like, okay, like I needed a new laptop anyway, so I'll just give you my old MacBook Pro. And I had the MacBook Pro with the little touch bar. Be so serious. So I gave her that, and then when we were in Tennessee, we went to the Apple store and I just got a new one. And the girl was literally so nice because she gave me a $150 Apple gift card, and she gave me the college discount, even though I'm not in college anymore. So I was like, thank you so much. Yeah, that made me feel really good. But anyway, this week is really fun. I'm glad that we got to spend some time with family, and it was just a really good week, and I'm happy. So who is calling me? My little brother. What the hell does he want? Hey.
What's up?
What are you eating?
Captain Crunch.
Broke.
Hi. Baby, are you coming for the night? I just want to rise.
Oh. Okay, hi guys, and welcome to this week's vlog. In this week's vlog, we are in Tennessee for a quick little trip with my brother and my sister. They're here from Seattle. They were with us in last week's vlog. What?
Come. On 3. 1, 2, 3.
What the?
It's a story I got.
You've seen it? No, I remember. Yeah.
So fun.
But yeah, they're here visiting me and Justin. They were also here in last week's vlog. Right now we are in, I think, Knoxville, and we're at the Opry Mills Mall, and we're gonna go shopping a little bit before our Airbnb opens. It's supposed to open at 4, so we'll see. Hopefully it's done by the time we're done shopping.
This tastes like when mom, like if your throat hurt, she gave you like that little honey and stuff there. This is exactly what it tastes like.
Yuck. Okay, so we just came from the mall. Justin and I did not have the best experience because we went to Winsel's Pretzel and we ordered 2 pretzel bites. Justin got the pizza and I got the cinnamon, and then we got 2 frozen strawberry lemonades. And after I told her, I was like, yeah, like I want the cinnamon bites, and she's like, it's gonna be 6 minutes, is that okay? And I was like, yeah, that's fine. So we go sit down, we have our drinks. Justin has his pizza bites because they were already ready, and like 15 minutes pass. Justin goes back up there, and I'm assuming he's like, hey, like just checking on the pretzel bites, and she was like, yeah, I never rung you up for that.
What do you mean?
So if you never rung us up for it, what was the point of you telling us that it was going to be 6 minutes on the pretzel bites?
And that's fine. Like, I'll pay for them like up front, but like they still weren't ready when I went back up there.
Right. So I just said fuck it on the cinnamon bites, whatever. Kobe and Maya did go shopping. I'm sure they'll show you what they got later when it's not 1 billion degrees outside. But we're gonna go ahead and go to the Airbnb, and then I'll show y'all around so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna be a better vlogger this time, and I'm gonna actually show y'all the entire house and not do like little screenshots like we've done for our other trips. Okay, so here we go. Going through the house, it has a laundry room, so a washer and a dryer, places to hang up your clothes, which is really cool. And she also has laundry products and towels and a charcoal for the grill if you would like to use it. There is the backyard, we will get to that, but this is my little brother's room. He has the room with the bunk beds. There's a dresser right here, and then also a full shower, which is very, very cool. Shower head is a little questionable, but overall, pretty nice. Hey, Maya.
Hey, I'm just snooping. Oh, it's because that door leads into my room. That's why it's locked. I gotta take a shit.
Oh, okay. She has like some really cool artwork on the wall, which is nice. This is Maya's room. There's one room that has a queen bed. They have cute little shelves. Yes, and then it pulls out into kind of like a trundle bed. So like technically another person could stay right there. I mean, he's not, but like another person could sleep right there. Because this Airbnb sleeps 10 people. So there's the queen bed. And then here is Maya's bathroom. It has a Jack and Jill sink. Then it also has a shower, toilet. And then same shower head as the one that's in Kobe's room. Bye, Maya. Bye. Backyard again. As you can see in the backyard, there is like places to sit down. There's the pool. There is a fire pit right there. There's some lounge chairs right here. And then we have an entryway. There's also some outdoor seating right here. Yep. There is some really cool outdoor seating, really nice artwork. There's a mini fridge. They also have pool tubes. Shut up, because it's literally heart-shaped. How absolutely fun is that? Okay, there's a fireplace. Coming back in. Locking that up. Hi, Justin.
Hey, go check out that bathroom you're trying to.
I know, I'm going. Okay, so this is the living room. Has a really cool TV, super big. There's a couch, little chairs also. I feel like we would definitely be coming back here. Here's a dining room table. Quick little overview of the kitchen. She called it a chef's kitchen, so that's really cool. Microwave and oven back there. I feel like I've said really cool 75,000 times. Okay, this has a key, so I feel like we're not supposed to go in here. I don't really know what's in there. Probably like cleaning supplies and stuff. Okay, entryway, and then this is, I guess, just like another bathroom since it's right off of the living room. Yeah, there's no shower in here, so it's just a bathroom. And then this is a master bedroom. I feel as though this was intended to be a garage, considering that it has like all the garage like appliances and stuff. Oh my god!
Yeah.
You are joking. Okay, so here's the... Are you kidding? Oh my god. This is the most luxurious thing I've... Oh, it says push. Are y'all seeing this? Let me turn my brightness up so you can see some more. Oh, that's -3, sorry. Are you actually joking? This is insane. Okay, and then here is our bedroom. Justin already has all the stuff pulled out. And then there's a TV right here. I don't know what that is. That door's locked. Oh, and then there's a hot tub. Yep. And there's like a little sauna room. And there's a hot tub. I'm gonna leave the listing for this Airbnb. Let me close this. I'm gonna leave the listing for this Airbnb down in the description box. It is absolutely amazing. So definitely book it if you're ever here in Nashville for like a party, girls trip, family trip, whatever, because it's really awesome. My sister is in college at UW in Washington, and she always gets like my hand-me-down like electronics. So remember, that's the ice machine. I just got some ice. So I remember a few vlogs ago when I dropped this camera and I didn't have enough time to like go and send it off and get it fixed, whatever. So I just went in Best Buy and I bought another one. So then I ended up having 2 of the same camera, same exact camera. So she got my other camera. It's going to get fixed, whatever. So she has that one. And then she also has my MacBook Air, the first one that I got whenever I was, I think, a junior in college. She has that one, but it's a 2017 MacBook, so it's almost 10 years old. It was on its last leg, so I gave her the MacBook Pro that I got, I believe last year. It's like the 2020 version, maybe. And it's the one that still has like the touch bar, so it's really cool. So she got that one, and I went to the Apple store today in Nashville, and I got the new version of the MacBook Air that just came out. It was about $1,600 after taxes, but she ended up giving me a college student discount. So I got a discount, and then on top of that, she also gave me a $150 Apple gift card because they were having some kind of like promotion or whatever. So I gladly took the $150 Apple gift card. So that's really cool. So we're gonna go ahead and set up my MacBook. I'm so excited.
Kobe, how you feel?
You know what I'm saying? Slice it up, rice it up, never riled up. You know what I'm saying?
Maya, how you feel?
Bro, I don't want to wear this.
I understand. And Jay's in the bathroom.
Because my hair is too big.
He might be on them.
Kobe, really?
Like, God,
everything.
I wasn't cold.
Damn. I wanted all the action.
I thought they was gonna kick you off of there.
That's what I was like. I know they finna come grab Kobe. They finna put his ass under the slammer. Like, that's crazy. Okay, let's call y'all mama back.
I ain't had no gap.
Turn on the
What time they see, bro?
Just to turn, bro. When you get in the car, turn the AC, bro. Okay, I'm finna call your mama, so stop it. Knock. Every night. Guys, I knock. I got mine. Oh my God! Why would you do that? Hey.
What you all with?
We was indoor go-kart racing.
Oh.
Yeah.
I ain't want no much time.
Hey. Oh, what y'all doing?
Baby, listen, like Kobe used to call my phone 50 million times. Baby, I ain't heard Kobe's voice since I dropped him off at the airport.
Kobe said he got a new phone. He don't have your number saved. He can't talk.
Period. New phone, who it is?
He
Hey,
can't.
Mom, the phone is a two-way street.
Ooh.
It's a two-way street.
Ooh. He's eating you up, Gwen. He's eating you up.
Remember that when you get home.
Please don't beat me.
Hey,
Please don't beat
let
me.
everybody know I'm the one that fed him that line. I said that in his ear.
Please don't beat me. Please don't.
Where's Jeffrey?
Right here.
Hey, they got me driving, man, you know. Hey.
As he should.
I gotta ask Mom something.
As he should.
Wait, Mom, I have a question. When I get back home, are you gonna allow me to drive? Never mind, bro.
No, I have another question. Not her giggling at that. Okay, so Nisha is picking us up from Northgate. Is that what's happening on Tuesday? Okay, I'm gonna go to Northgate to make sure Kobe gets dropped off, but then I'm going to Seattle to spend the night at my partner's house. I'm just letting you know, but I will go with Kobe to make sure he gets in the car. But I will not be coming home that day. I'll come home the next day.
You didn't hear me.
Okay. Just
All right, Mom. All right, bye. Kobe, you're low
She
down.
didn't hear me. That's why I whispered it.
Why would you say
What about
that?
what? Kobe, you know what? Not if you're in a monogamous relationship. You're a slut.
I didn't grab my
Got
razor.
different girls' phones.
It's
Got
fine.
different girls' phones all in your.
I think I
Bro, how did that take
different girls' names all in
Bro,
your.
what? Best time I'm a
Be
slut.
worse.
Mine.
Best time I'm a slut because I have food.
It's true. No, you be one of your friends.
So none of those are yours?
Been friends.
This is cold. This is so dirty.
What?
You stay
So he was a 14 second?
Give me.
Oh, no, you were still 14
one.
second. But those are just
No, give
his
me
and
one.
highlighted.
Talking about.
Okay.
Give me one
Anyway,
example when I do
so
it.
we
Give me one example.
We just did the K1 racing. It was super fun. It was indoor racing. We did like the super something where you get 2 races and then you also get a t-shirt. It was really fun. The cars are a little hard to drive at first, like as far as steering, but overall I had a really good time. Justin, what are your thoughts?
I had a great time. Apparently, I was a speed demon out there. 14 seconds for a whole lap.
I would say
Get out the way.
whatever.
Get out the way.
We don't care. Boo. That's all you gotta say?
That was it.
Perfect. Okay, Maya.
It was chill.
Driving
Kobe
these
was trying to flip over my car and kill me.
Right.
So, I was the only one following the rules, but I mean, that's just how I am. I was braking on the turns because I was scared for my life that I was going to run into something. But I had a fun time. My wrist started to hurt though.
Yeah.
So,
Kobe.
I won, so I'm not. I had a good time. I won, so first place.
Anyway, now we're gonna go to Black Tap, which is like a burger restaurant, and we're gonna go get dinner. We're getting cookies, and we also got ice cream. But these cookies are so huge, and we cannot wait to try them whenever we get home. Okay, I also wanted to show y'all the pool. We're like leaving in an hour, but I do think that this pool is super deep because I'm getting scared just looking down there, and I know how to swim, so I'm pretty sure that's a lot deeper than 5 feet because I'm 5'9", and I feel like my feet would probably struggle to touch the bottom right there. But overall, the pool is really nice. The backyard is really nice. Me and Justin just sat out here for a little while and we were just talking. But now Justin is currently waking Kobe up, so we're gonna get our day started. Okay, good morning. It is, don't have my Apple Watch on. It is 10:08. We have to be out of the Airbnb by 11, so everybody is kind of up doing their own thing. Justin went to go wake Kobe up, and I texted our sibling group chat just to make sure that Maya was up, and she was. She had already showered, she had her clothes on, she was like completely dressed for the day, so she is definitely ahead of the curve. I did end up deciding not to get in the pool just because I didn't feel like having to shower again right before we left, because I always want to make sure that we leave the Airbnbs like in really good shape when we check out, and my showers take a really long time, so I just didn't want to have to add on something to our day. And since Justin drove to Tennessee yesterday, because it's like I got off work, we packed up the car, we left, and I slept in the car from like 9 to 12. And so it's my turn to drive today, which I don't mind. I'll probably just listen to some podcasts and maybe listen to a little bit of music, because the drive isn't super long, but just for the sake of keeping me moderately entertained, I think that's what we're gonna do. But as far as the agenda for today, we're gonna go to Big Bad Breakfast. There is one of those, I guess, kind of close to where we live. I think so. I don't know. I feel like I've never heard of it before. So we're gonna go there today. It looks like their breakfast is relatively good, and whenever I looked at like best breakfast places in Nashville, that was one of them. But I also have like a few more options in case that my family decides that they want to go somewhere else. But I definitely do love this Airbnb. But I was talking to Justin about it a few minutes ago when we were getting ready, and I've always said that I wanted like a huge house, and our current house is pretty big, but it's very manageable when it comes to cleaning. This house is gigantic, and I just could not imagine having to like keep up with cleaning this stuff, because like that shower, like it goes all the way up. So imagine like having to clean all of that. These ceilings are ridiculously high, so having to dust all of that. There's pool maintenance, outdoor maintenance, there's grass, fire pits, like all outdoor furniture, like all that stuff, and that is a lot. So we would definitely have to have a cleaning crew like come in at least like once a week or twice a month to come in and do like a super deep clean, because I just don't know if I'm equipped for something like that. Huh?
I was just drinking this.
Oh, drink that in there. What are you wearing to it? Huh?
Actually,
What? You can't wear that. We're going like out. Go, Justin.
should I just put my shorts back on?
Will you help Cole like put his shorts like in the washing machine on like a quick cycle?
But it's not gonna be enough time, bro. Cause they gotta dry too.
It's too close.
Just try.
Bro, it's check.
I mean, you can't wear that though. I didn't think you only brought. How many pair of pants did you buy or bring?
I had at first I thought I was gonna wear my blue shorts all day, but then I realized they got stains, so I'm just like, dude.
Yeah,
I was gonna wear those all day, but then I realized they had stains, so I'm gonna change my choice.
Yeah.
I was supposed to change my choice today.
Okay, Justin, will you hurry up and go help him, please? Just like a quick little rinse cycle. It should have it on there. Boys. I knew I should have packed his stuff for him, because that's not like, why would you, whatever. I can't get into it. Can't even get into it right now. So yeah, hopefully Kobe has pants today, because right now he's wearing the Steelers version of the white girl Cookie Monster pants, and I'm not going in public with you looking like that. That's crazy. But I also feel like that's a byproduct of him living in Seattle, because kids will wear pajama pants like it's business cash, and it's not. Like that's what they wear to school. Like they wear those big fluffy like Christmas like pajama pants, or like the white girl Cookie Monster pants, and they feel like that's just like normal going out attire. And you know, maybe it is for up there, but if you're gonna be with me, we're not gonna do the Cookie Monster pants. You're gonna dress moderately decent. Like you don't have to be in business casual, but like at least look moderately presentable. Having brothers is hard. Living with men in general is hard. Justin wouldn't do something like that, but Kobe is still actively learning, so we will give him some grace on that. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and change into my outfit for the day and we'll get ready to go. So we're at Putt Shack and there's like this little green super tube, and if you get into it, like you automatically get a hole in one. First try. Maya, are you having fun?
I am. I'm just confused for a second, but
I think I'm also confused. I don't really know. I don't know. I think it says.
This is a bonus once he went over the super tube.
What the heck is this doing?
Oh, there's a hole right there.
Ooh, that looks so hard. Okay, it's Maya's turn. Just gonna take her first shot.
I feel like I need more leg room. I can't see any.
It's the angle is like super awkward.
It is. Oh wait. Oh, that was really bad.
No, it might have been really good. You never know. Ooh. Oh no!
Here goes Tiger Woods. Another hole in one. Here we go.
No.
I don't know. That was really hard.
Oh, he hit it too light.
So this round is really cool because it has true or false. So it asks a question, then you have to put it into the true or the false side. And this says the woman in the Starbucks logo is a twin-tailed siren. Is that true or false?
What is a two-tailed siren?
We're not going to tell you. True or false?
What is?
Just true or false?
Go with your gut.
What do you think it is? It is true. Yeah. Okay, so we just finished doing Putt Shack. First of all, it was so fun. I don't know where all the locations are, like in the world or whatever. I really think they have one in London, because I feel like I put that on our itinerary for things to do because I thought it looked really cool. So it's crazy that we've already went to this one. But anyway, I will leave the link for it down in the description box. For the 4 of us to go, it was like $60, which is not bad at all. It was super fun. I won. I usually never win anything, so the fact that I won was absolutely amazing. But now we're gonna go ahead and get on the road and go back home. Maya and Kobe's flight leaves the airport at 5 a.m. so we'll have to get up pretty early to get to the airport and make sure that they have all the things they need. Oh, Justin, we also need to stop by the storage unit and get one of the small suitcases for them.
We need a small version.
I need one because my suitcase is gonna be overweight. I don't know if Kobe needs one, but I do.
Yeah, she can have like the small, like blue.
Like, is your suitcase gonna be over 50 pounds?
My suitcase is like 20 pounds left.
Oh, maybe it'll be fine.
Yeah, so she.
But it's like I don't know how I'm gonna fit all my clothes in there.
I'll help you roll them up. Okay, let's go. Okay, so y'all know every trip we go on, we always get a magnet. So we're gonna pick out one really quick. None of these are really catching my eye. I kind of like this one. I think that's cool. You don't know how you feel about it? I can give you a hint. Y'all, Justin? No, listen to this. I didn't open the door for Justin, and then what did you say?
No, you told Kobe to burn her, and I said I'm already in hell because I'm married to you.
Damn! Alright guys, so we made it back from Nashville. It's 2:21 in the morning. We made it back from Nashville around like 6:19, something like that. We came home, Kobe went driving with Justin, and then we went out to eat at Texas Roadhouse. The waitress was a little rude. It's like she just constantly just kept asking if we were done, we want anything else, we needed anything else, because she wanted us to leave, which was really annoying. But yeah, so now Maya and Kobe are leaving. We're about to take them to the airport. Kobe, how was the trip?
It was really good, you know what I'm saying? Next summer, you know.
Okay. Maya?
I loved it. It was very nice.
Awesome. Alright, bye guys.
Bye.
Okay, hey guys, so, have been a very bad vlog today, hold on. Okay, have not been the best vlogger in the world today, and that is because we went to go and drop my brother and my sister off at the airport. We left the house at like 2:30. We got there, we went to go and drop my brother and my sister off at the airport super early. Got home at like maybe like 4:30, 5 o'clock, and Justin had work this morning, so he worked from 10 to 2, and I did my best to kind of sleep all day just to kind of catch back up on sleep, because I knew that I had to, number one, go to Orange Theory, and then also I have work tonight. But I'm not really upset about having work tonight. Not that I usually ever am, but I'm not upset about having work tonight because my best friend is back, because she was out because, well, I'm not gonna say why, but she was out and now she's back, and I'm so excited. I know she's probably not super excited to be back, but I'm super excited to have her back. So a little bit selfish on that. Sorry guys, my hands are literally so slippery, but I'm really excited to have her back. But yeah, today at Orange Theory, I'm also talking really fast because I have 6 minutes to leave the house. But today at Orange Theory, it was a specialty workout. It's called PSL, and I thought PSL, which stands for press, squat, lunge, and it also stands for pumpkin spice latte. I thought at the classes they were gonna have pumpkin spice latte, but no, it's like after you do your Orange Theory class, you're supposed to go to the nearest Starbucks and you're supposed to get a pumpkin spice latte. I did not get the memo on that. I'm not really a big Starbucks fan anyway, much less a pumpkin flavored drink kind of person, so I wasn't really like all that into it. Hold on, let me fix this so I don't flash off. Sorry, girl. Anyway, but yeah, I'm not really a huge pumpkin drink kind of person, but today's workout was so freaking hard, and it was a 3G, and I didn't know that it was a 3G. So 3G basically means like in a normal like Orange Theory class, there's going to be 12 treadmills, 12 rowers, and 12 benches on the weight floor. And today it was a 3G, which means that there are 12 people on the tread, 12 people on the rower, 12 people on the weight floor. So the tread was already full, of course. So she was like, where do you want to start? Do you want to start on the weight floor, or you want to start on the rower? And I was like, I'll just go ahead and start on the weight floor, because I feel like that's going to be the absolute worst. So I just rather go ahead and get it over with and not have to worry about it later. So we went on the weight floor, and we pretty much did like variations of squat, presses, and lunges. And honestly, it wasn't that bad, because in a 3G class, you spend less time on each station. So like instead of spending like 22 minutes on the treadmill and then 22 minutes on the weight floor, you only spend like 12 minutes on the tread and then 12 minutes on the rower, 12 minutes on the weight floor, whatever. So everything went by really fast. This wasn't honestly my favorite part, and had I known that it was 3G, then I would not have done it, just because I'm doing marathon month. So I honestly would have just gotten well, no, I probably wouldn't have, but I would have just done, or liked to have done, a tread 50 class, just so that I can get my miles in, because 12 minutes is not enough time to rack up a whole bunch of miles. I think I got like 1.08 miles in about 12 minutes, which like isn't super bad, especially since we were running at pretty fast paces and we weren't really getting like long recoveries in between. So it's fine. I'm not gonna beat myself up about it, because at the end of the day I still went. I only have one more class left in my class pack, so I'm probably gonna have to add on a class to finish marathon month. Right now I'm at 10.80 miles or something like that, so I'm gonna have to take at least, I know, 2 more classes to get to that 13.1, but I will be getting there, just because if for nothing else, I really do want that medal, because it's actually really cool looking, and it would just make me feel like super accomplished and just really good about myself if I, set out to do 13.1 miles during marathon month and I finish that 13.1 miles. That's gonna make me feel really awesome. So we're gonna stick to it. We're gonna do our best. We're probably going to go to Orange Theory for the next 3 to 4 days, and then we're just gonna do Pilates all weekend this weekend. But we were supposed to go to the Auburn game this week, and so we made a reservation for Jet and JoJo to be boarded, but when we went to go pick them up from daycare today, they were like, hey, we just wanted to let you know that we declined your reservation for boarding just because we're full. So I was like, fuck. So now I don't know if we're going to be able to board them, because like the other boarding facilities near us, we don't necessarily trust them. JoJo has been to some of them, and when he got back, first of all, he was so skinny. I think he had lost like 10 pounds, because come to find out they weren't feeding him. And then on top of that, all of his stuff was covered in pee, and JoJo has been potty trained literally since he was like 4 months old. So I don't know, it was just weird, and I just really didn't like it. So if he can't get into this specific company that we use, then they're just not going, or at least Justin can go, but I'm not gonna go. I'm kind of running late to being early for work today, so I will see y'all in the morning, and we'll have a much more calm, cool, and collected chat then. Okay, good morning guys. It is the next day. I had work last night. Work was not bad at all. Of course, my best friend was back working, so that was really cool to kind of like catch up with her, kind of see like where her head's at, where her life's at, and that was really good. I had a patient. I didn't have a patient when I first got there. First of all, I thought I was going to be late to work, and I was so scared because we work on a point system. So if you're tardy to work, even if it's by like a literal second, you get half of a point, and then it will fall off of your record the next calendar year on that same day. And you can only have 10 points before you get like a discipline, whatever. So right now I have 4 points. I have 2 points because I called in, and then I don't know what the other 2 points are for actually. No, I think I called in 2 more times. Yeah, I called in 4 times. Yeah, I definitely called in 4 times. So yeah, that's what all of my points are for, but thankfully I was able to make it into work on time, so it was fine. But yeah, so they're in a point system, so like every year on that day your point will fall off, so like you can get an extra point to spend. I feel like they don't want us to look at it as like spending points, but like TBH, I feel like that's what it is now. Anyway, I was really sad because we've already started doing self-scheduling, and since I'm like one of the newer nurses, I'm one of the last people to put my schedule in, which like sucks, but I mean, whatever. I plan my vacations, not my vacations, I plan our vacations around the days that I work, and I usually have like 4 to 5 days off in between each stretch, unless it's like super choppy like it is right now where I work. Like I work 3 off 2, work 3 off 1, work 3, like whatever. But yeah, so I usually don't care too much about that. I'm gonna fix this just so that I don't flash y'all, but this Bucky's towel is so goddamn big. Okay. Anyway, but yeah, I realized that the date to put in PTO for November has already passed. It passed on August 25th. I have no idea what I was doing on August 25th. Well, I had my brother and my sister, so I feel like that's why I like wasn't thinking about it, which really sucks because I kind of wanted to use PTO for my birthday week, and my birthday is November 29th, and this schedule goes from like October 15th through November 30th. So it's like so close. Anyway, I'm probably not going to use PTO for it anyway. I'm just going to set up my self-scheduling so that I have like a self-made break, so I don't have to use any PTO. And I'm pretty sure that my birthday is the same, like I'm supposed to work that weekend anyway, which means that I'll probably work the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of the week before, so that's like 7 days off in between. So I think we'll be able to make it work. This year for my birthday, I want to go to Colorado, and I really want to go like skiing, like basically make it into a ski trip. Like I want to do the ski lessons, I want to do the snowmobile, I want to ride on the little lift, I want to do the hot chocolate, like I want to do all of that. I feel like it'd just be so fun, just because it's something that is theoretically like out of my comfort zone. I feel like it would be something really fun to do. If you are from Denver, you've ever been on a ski trip, please leave me some good recommendations in the comments, because that would just be really awesome. Ooh, now that I'm thinking about this, I also need to add in the link to the Airbnb down in the description box, because so many people were asking for that link on TikTok, and of course I was like sending it, but I feel like I was sending it a million times over and over again. But yeah, I'll definitely add it in the description box of this video, because that Airbnb was absolutely amazing and we had such a good time staying there. But yeah, so I'm going back to work tonight. I'm pretty sure it's the same people tonight plus a few more, so should be fine. What do I have planned for this week? Oh, my stomach hurts. Wait. Eek. Y'all ever have like just like random like don't over stomach pain? That is not fun. Anyway, but yeah, what do I have planned for this week? I have Orange Theory. I really need to finish Hell Week. I have like 3 more miles to go, and then I'm done. And I just need to make it, because I really want that medal. I've been working so hard this month, so I really do just want the fruits of my labor to just go ahead and pay off. But of course I have to put in the work for it, and it's fine. I plan on sleeping for the majority. Is this hair under my arm? Oh girl, definitely need to shave my arms at some point. I just have not been getting around to that. What was I gonna say? Oh wait, but if I keep it, I can get it waxed. Because I feel like that's long enough. Okay, no, I actually think I'm going to keep it because I think I'm going to get a Brazilian wax this weekend. So I think since I'm already going to get a Brazilian wax, I might as well just go ahead and get my armpits waxed. I think I'm into that actually. I think we'll do that. Anyway, but yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go to sleep. Justin went to go and get me breakfast. He's so sweet. Gonna go to sleep, gonna clean out my car because it's dirty, put gas in my car because I have like 17 miles left. And then we're gonna go to Orange Theory, and then we're gonna go to work. I didn't really get to sleep very much today because we made an appointment for Jet and JoJo to go to daycare all day just so that I could make sure that I got some really good quality sleep. But Justin dropped them off and they were like, oops, sorry, we're full today. Like they didn't put any message out, no nothing, just full. So that was really annoying. We were also supposed to go to Auburn this weekend, but now we can't go because their boarding is also full, even though we made the reservations a while back. So we're not going to be able to go to the first game. We are going to go to the game against New Mexico. Justin said it's going to be a little bit of a more competitive game, so it'll kind of be like more electric, so that'll be fun. Ooh, why do I not? Oh my god, you guys, that was crazy. Let me turn my windshield wipers on. I don't have a lid on. And I'm supposed to have a silicone one on. Okay, there's one in my wallet. Perfect. But yeah, so that'll be fun. So we're just gonna be chilling this weekend. I think this weekend I'm gonna do like a girls' day where I just like have a day to myself. I'm gonna get my nails done, my eyebrows waxed, I'm gonna get a wax, I'm gonna go to the movies, take myself out to dinner, and it's just gonna be really, really nice. But yeah, I'm just like a little bit down in the dumps today, but hopefully it does get better. I'm gonna go to Orange Theory to kind of like burn some energy off, and it'll be fun. So like kick my butt today. I'm literally so close to being done with marathon month. I was supposed to run 1.13 miles today and tomorrow, and today I ran 2.03, so I'm literally almost done. I have like a 1/10 of a mile left. Y'all, I did it. I literally just did marathon month at Orange Theory. First of all, this medal is so heavy. Let me show you. Like, I cannot believe that I just did marathon month at Orange Theory. I am still like very insecure about my running journey because I feel like I'm just not the fastest runner out there. Matter of fact, I know I'm not the fastest runner out there. Like, I'm just not somebody that's gonna give you an 8-minute mile. 7-8 minute mile, that's not me. I'm more like the 10 11 12 mile kind of girl, and that's really hard to share because the running community can be so judgmental, and like slow runners aren't really seen as runners, and I do my best to kind of like bring awareness to people that still want to run but they're just slower. And there's nothing wrong with being slow. Like, you're a runner. As long as you run, you're a runner. It doesn't matter if you stop, you take a little walking break, like you're still a runner. And I feel like people don't take enough time to like thank their body for being able to do something as strenuous as running. And I've told y'all this before, like when I was at my lightest in high school, like when I was like 110, 120, 130 pounds, I was skinny, but I was not fit at all. Like, I could not bench press, I couldn't do squats, I couldn't run, I literally could not do any of that. I was literally just skinny for the sake of being skinny. And then I hit puberty and I like grew into my adult body, and you know, we had some weight fluctuations, some things that we needed to work on, but like overall my body is so much stronger now than it was before, and I'm just so proud of that. Like, I am a marathon month champion, and that just makes me feel really good. I've had a really bad day today. No, you know what, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm not even gonna say that because I'm not gonna give them that power over me, but y'all have already seen me upset, so you already kind of know like what's going on, and this is the moment where I'm just kind of like, you know, today was, it's so hard like dealing with mean comments on social media, but at the same time it's like you put yourself on social media, you're opening yourself up to be criticized by others, whether you like it or not. Like, that's kind of what's happening. So, but I'm not going to focus on that. I'm only going to focus on the good, and the good is that I finished marathon month. Okay, so this vlog is kind of weird because what I'm mad about right now, I haven't talked to y'all about yet. Like, in my world, y'all have already seen it at the beginning of this vlog, but I'm trying to keep it all pent up and all together so that I can get home and I can absolutely lose my shit. But anyway, I went to Pilates, burned 200 calories. Not that that matters. That doesn't matter. I went to Pilates. I moved my body today. I did the level 2 class. It was very hard. I usually do the level 2 class and it's always really hard. I just, like, my weakness whenever it comes to Pilates is planks. Planks are very hard. And then we were doing planks on the reformer, but we were like on the reformer but facing the mirror. And if you've ever been to Club Pilates, you know that like the headrest and the shoulder pads, like it's like headrest and then shoulder pads right here. And she was like, put your forearms on the headrest, both of them, and then like go up to a plank from that. Okay, well, I don't know if my forearms are just like extra big, but like my forearms were dying being squeezed like that, and everybody else little dainty little pinky arms were fitting perfectly, and I'm like, what? Anyway, it's fine. Right now we need to go to the pet store and we need to go and pick up Jet some more what is it called, his like poop supplements, because he's having diarrhea again. But I think I figured it out. I think the reason that's happening is because of the treats we've been giving him, because we switched them in around the same time that we switched them is around the same time that he started having like these weird bouts of diarrhea. We also scheduled his appointment for him to go ahead and get neutered. It is on Tuesday. Y'all pray for us. Y'all pray for us because Jet is crazy and all he likes to do all day is just like jump off stuff and just parkour off stuff all day long, all day long, all day long. And he is also like a really hard chewer. Like it doesn't matter if he finds something he wants to chew on, usually it's toys, praise the Lord. If he finds something that he wants to chew on, he will sit there and gnaw on it for hours. So he's already gonna have to get a cone. I already know that. He's gonna have to get a cone. We're not even gonna go the recovery suit route that we went with JoJo, because JoJo ate his recovery suit. JoJo also ate his cone. Be so serious. So thankfully Justin and I are off the day that Jet gets neutered and then for a few days after that, so we'll be able to like keep a good eye on him. And it says like statistically boys heal faster than girls because for boys it's a less invasive procedure, so hopefully that rings true. Yeah, so let's go to the pet store. I was supposed to go get my nails done today. We may, just because I feel like I need a day and like some time to myself. And that's not to say that Justin did anything wrong. He is the only thing that's holding me on together. Like my brain's just gonna explode. My brain's gonna explode. That baby's so cute. But yeah, so let's go to the pet store really quick and get Jet what he needs. And JoJo a little treat, because JoJo deserves a treat. Okay, so this angle's kind of weird, but since our neighbors are pieces of shit, no pun intended. Nice save. Let me not do what I just did though. What was that? Oh, that was it. Okay, anyway, so since our neighbors are pieces of shit, we decided to install some new security systems, or a new security system, in addition to the one that we already have, just so that our house has a little bit more protection. I won't show you which one I got just because I feel like that kind of defeats the purpose of having a security system. So Justin is gonna go ahead and put it up. But we stopped by 7 Brew, which is a new coffee shop, and it's pretty good. I just went with whatever Justin got. He got the ocean water energy drink. It tastes fine. It tastes exactly like the one from Sonic, so not bad at all. But the interaction that I had with both of the workers was a little weird. The first girl came up and she was like, phone number. Okay, so I gave her my phone number, and then she asked what we wanted. I told her, and then she was like, okay, it's just gonna ask you a question, which, like, I don't mind tipping. I don't mind tipping ever, but it's just like, what did you do? Like, I could have put my phone number in and did the order. But anyway, whatever. I tipped like $1 for that too, whatever. So then I was like, do y'all still do the healthcare discount? Which I know they do, but like I was just like being polite and asking. And she was like, no. Okay. That's a lie, but like, okay. So then I go up to the next window and the girl's like, hey, can I take your order? And I was like, oh, she already took our order. And she was like, well, what was I doing? I was like, I don't know. And then she's like, what are y'all up to today? And I was like, oh, we just went to go get a security camera and we're gonna, like, you know, whatever. And she was like, oh, what brand? Like, it was so awkward, Justin. It was so awkward.
I was there.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, now that I'm like reliving it, like, it was.
I had to watch it from the outside perspective, and it was probably one of the worst things I've heard all week.
Yeah.
I can't do this.
You can't. What you mean you can't do it?
Like I can't do this. Like, I don't know how to do this.
What do you mean?
Like, I'm gonna just let you finish your video. and then we can talk about it, or you will just embarrass us on camera.
Go ahead.
So it's like you already pretty much have to have like one of them like outside like floodlights out there. You have to unscrew from that and then install this. We don't have. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. I still might not be able to do it.
Oh, bro, people should never laugh. You're right. Anyway, it was just a really awkward. And I told her like what brand the camera was, and she was like, oh, she was like, oh, they have them for outside, and I was like, yeah. And then we were telling her that we also have like security cameras in our house. She's like, they make them for inside, and I was like, yeah, you never seen them? And she was like, yeah, my mom has some. Okay, well, you just asked me. You were just making it seem like you didn't know that they made them for inside, so I was just, whatever. It's straight. Would I ever get it again? Probably not. Not even because of the weird interaction, but just because, like, it's not the best thing I've ever had. And I don't know what Justin's talking about with these floodlights. Is he saying that, like, on the box it's showing floodlights, but is it saying that you have to have floodlights and then connect the camera to the floodlights? I feel like that's what's being said. We shall see.